Hi, this is Joe and welcome back for another video. This video is going to be part 2 of the dry cut saw. In this video we're going to show you how to change the blade and how to dial in the laser sights. So let's get started. In order to change the blade, we want to lift, or if your blade lock is locked, you want to undo that so you can raise the head or the motor of the blade. You want to pick up your safety guard. On the right hand side of the saw in the back it has a screw, Phillips screw on one side, an Allen wrench on the other side, and right here there's a little safety guard. You want to take your screw and you want to loosen this safety guard. You don't want to take this screw out. You just want to loosen it. What I had to do was loosen this screw a little bit more, and then this safety cover then got out of the way. This is reverse threads, so you have to turn this clockwise to loosen, so make sure you do that. You don't want to tear up and over torque that. Be careful not to cut yourself on this blade. They are very sharp. So what we're going to do then is very gently remove the wood cutting blade. Okay, we're going to take and this is the Admiral metal cutting blade. This blade is a blade that Harbor Freight sells. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in. We're going to get it on the spindle, and you want to make sure that blade is flush. Then you want to take your thrust washer, make sure you want to find out where the flats are on this spindle, and then you want to put that on there. Get your screw here, or bolt. It's threaded backwards. It has left-handed threads. And then we want to get our hex head adjuster here, and we want to turn this blade by hand until it locks. Make sure, be very careful of those carbide teeth. Then snug this up. Snug. At that point we can now take the safety guard. We can bring it back down until there's a detent in this safety guard. Pull it until safety guard goes all the way into the detent. Take your screwdriver and snug that up. We now have the metal cutting blade on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test the laser. I have the camera mounted back a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I have a piece of white paper. I'm going to lay that on the position here where the blade comes down into this recess area, which is a blade guide. So we are going to turn the laser on. What we'll do is we will get a square, and mount the square here. There's an adjuster here, and there's an adjuster on the side. Now that you know where those adjusters are, let me zoom in on the laser line, and I'll show you how we're going to adjust the laser. Hopefully you can see the laser line now. What I'm going to do is, by holding the square up against the back plane here of the table, I'm going to very gently, as you see, if I move that, the laser light moves back and forth. What we're trying to do, if you notice now, the laser sticking out on one side and actually touching the square on the other. So we're not quite adjusted perfectly. Is move by adjusting each of these lines. Let's pull this up and get it out of the way. Every once in a while I'll raise the guard so I can get a straight line. In order to adjust the one, I have to lower the guard. We want just the edge there. And then we want to, and you have to move this very gently. It will jump around on you. So just by adjusting the laser line now, we can get this pretty straight. So what we've done now, we've adjusted the laser. We've adjusted the pointers on both the bevel and the miter portion of the table here. So now we know that the saw blade is 90 degrees up and down vertically. We are 90 degrees in line with the miter portion of the table. We're exactly 90 degrees and 45 degrees on the bevel adjustment here. We've adjusted the laser, so now the saw is, what you can do is watch that and move your blade back and forth to make sure you're not going to interfere with this blade guide here. So that's pretty much all of the functionality of the saw. We have a metal cutting blade on there now. Again, the saw is real light, so it's moving around a bit. So I'm going to go scrounge probably some 2x4s or some 3/4 inch plywood. We're going to mount this down. Then in the next video, we're actually going to do some test cuts on a variety of different types of mild steel. So hope you enjoyed this video, and like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section, and we'll see you in the next video.